Okay, Xbox One viewers, let's get weird, but specifically, let's talk about the weirdest Xbox achievements we've ever had the pleasure of unlocking. These Chivos are all pretty easy to unlock as well, so if you're looking to boost your gamer score, or maybe you just want to hear about some seriously strange feats of gaming today, don't worry, we have got you covered. This video is brought to you by Fortnite Reload Desert Drop. When it comes to weird achievements, well, they don't come much weirder than the McCleary Chivo from Still Wakes the Deep. This nerve-wracking first-person horror game takes place on a spooky Scottish oil rig where things are about to go awry. Very, very awry. First though, you'll have the chance to walk around and chat with some of your colleagues, including one particular dude who is right in the middle of taking a shower. If you stand next to him while he completes his business for a little while, you'll hear the sweet ding of a secret achievement popping. The good news is that Still Wakes the Deep is available on Game Pass after arriving earlier this year as a day one release, might I add. And even better news is that a recent patch actually reduced the time it takes for this achievement to unlock, so you don't have to be quite so leery. Another game that came scuttling onto Game Pass earlier this year was the crustacean sensation, Another Crab's Treasure. Now, despite its bright visuals and quirky sense of humour, Another Crab's Treasure is a Souls-like through and through, complete with the punishing combat and epic boss fights we've come to expect from the genre. But for gamers who are a bit more soft-shelled and hardcore, me, it does come with some pretty excellent assist options, including a toggle that reads, "Give Krill a gun." And that's exactly what it does too, providing your character with a deadly new shell that he can use to literally one-shot any enemy on sight. So turn it on, blast a crab, and you'll unlock the "This Kills the Crab" achievement. And you know what? No lies were told. By this point, anyone going into a From Software game should really know that they can expect to get their ass kicked. But when Dark Souls 2 came out, we'd all had a lot less exposure to their, deliciously sadistic style of gaming, let's say. Many a player will have found themselves striding forward all confident and stuff, sword in one hand, armor gleaming in the moonlight, as they prepared to chop down their foes as quickly and as easily as they had in other third-person fantasy games. And then, well, I'll ask you chat, it didn't go quite that way, did it? And then an achievement pings called "This is Dark Souls," and at that point, everybody knew exactly what kind of game they were in for from here on out. The prospect of nuclear annihilation is something you just sort of have to get used to in the big old world of Fallout 4. The odds on you being obliterated only increase if you decide to tangle with a super mutant suicider, although you might just unlock an achievement in the process if you do want to give that exact thing a go. These self-destructive supers like to charge towards you with a miniature nuclear device before spiking it like an American football. Obviously, if you're anywhere in the vicinity when that happens, you will be putting the end in the end zone. But you will also nab the touchdown achievement, so yay? While the name is a clear nod to those football-loving fellas, you can also grab the achievement by getting hit with any other nuclear weapon, including your own. And that sort of variety is just one of the reasons you should consider using your Game Pass subscription to download Fallout 4 now. Now, as well as being a sandbox game filled with fantastical weapons, Sunset Overdrive is also an all-out assault on your funny bone, which keeps the one-liners, parodies, and pop culture references coming as thick and fast as the enemy hordes like to do as well. Case in point, this game, which is available on Game Pass by the way, actually gives you an achievement for unlocking an achievement. So, whenever you unlock your first Chivo, Sunset Overdrive will also throw in the Overachiever one for good measure. That basically means you get to grab 2 achievements for the price of 1 right at the start of the game, and there's another freebie to be had at the other end with Appreciation, which you get just for watching the credits all the way through, which you should be doing anyway. Respect the devs. Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater is probably one of the greatest stealth games of all time, as well as one of the greatest all-time prequels. In fact, it's just a great all-round if you ask me, which is probably why we're getting a beautiful new remake in the future. The problem with prequels though is that you usually have a pretty good idea about which characters can and can't die. Otherwise there would be no original story for us and the prequel would be just doing its own random thing. However, Snake Eater actually lets you completely trash the timeline just by killing one of the bad guys, Ocelot, the very first time you have the chance. You're going to get a game over screen and you'll get yelled at for creating a time paradox, but the problem solved series over achievement will be yours at that point. Available right now on Game Pass, Unpacking is a calming puzzle game where you gently unbox a bunch of objects and quietly place them around the room, enjoying your little tranquil task and learning a little bit about the owner's life as you go. However, knowing that some of you could simply not be trusted to be that chill, the developers also threw in an achievement for creating an electrical hazard. To unlock this secret Chivo, just toss a toaster in the bath, a hair straightener in the kitchen sink, or doing anything else inadvisable and involving an electrical current, and boom, you've earned yourself the electrical hazard achievement. It's yours and the vibe is completely ruined. What are you up to? A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, we got to unlock all sorts of very silly achievements. For example, Star Wars The Force Unleashed will declare you the worst day shift manager ever if you kill 12 stormtroopers during the game's prologue, which is a pretty brutal employee evaluation if you ask me, although I guess they do kind of have a point. On the other hand, Star Wars Battlefront is happy to reward poor performance with the not bad for a little furball Chivo, which you get if an Ewok manages to bounce a rock off your noggin. And then there's Star Wars Jedi Survivor's crazy Swayze Roadhouse achievement, which you get by drop-kicking an enemy while wearing a mullet. We got into the specifics of that one, along with some other obscure achievements as part of our 1% Club series, so be sure to check that out right now if you want some more details. Open Roads is a really gorgeous narrative game about a mother-daughter road trip, which you can check out right now on Game Pass, and you absolutely must do so. However, those long-haul journeys do often see people, even people who love each other very, very much, getting on each other's nerves just a little tiny bit. So naturally, Open Roads gives you a Chivo for just being kind of low-key annoying. Sounds great. Specifically, you can be a pain by either repeatedly poking at an air freshener or zipping and unzipping a bag. Either way, you're going to unlock the "Does this bug you?" achievement, and either way, the answer is yes, you are bugging me, please stop. So, I want to know, what is the strangest achievement you have ever encountered? Hit the comments to tell us all your weirdest wins, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye. This video was brought to you by Fortnite Reload Desert Drop. On November 2nd, an all-new map, Oasis, hits Fortnite Reload, featuring all-new remixes of your favourite locations for you to tear through, either solo, in duos, or of squads. After the 12th, Reload will switch every 30 minutes between Oasis and the original Reload Venture map, featuring classic weapons, locations, and vibes, so be sure to study Oasis carefully when it hits Fortnite Reload on the 2nd of November.
Walking through ruins, fire all around, haze in the distance, but not a sound. Yeah, running at me, no time to waste. I become a legend or they'll dig my grave. Reload.